Hi, thank you for joining me today for a discussion on the subject of rejection and how we can bounce back from that blow that life has given us. The answer is found in Isaiah chapter 25 and verse 1. Isaiah says, "Lord, you are my God. I will exalt you and praise your name. For in perfect faithfulness you have done wonderful things, things planned long ago." What Isaiah was really saying was, the faithfulness of God is perfect. It is without flaw, and there's no way that you can improve it. To what is it faithful? It's the plan that He has for our lives. A plan that He made long ago, before we were ever born. The Lord is sovereign. He is in control. He can do whatever He wants to do. He executes His plan with perfection. A few years ago, my wife and I were assigned to a particular country for missionary service. Upon arrival, we discovered that the national church leader was my age. We were both married. We had 2 children, a boy and a girl, and the children were the same age. He had a heart for evangelism and church planting, and that's my heart too. So for a number of years, we had a harmonious working relationship. Then our mission gave a large sum of money for a building project. It was given directly to the national church. It wasn't long before a large hunk of that money had been displaced. And so I went to my friend and I asked for an explanation. When I heard what had happened to the money, I held him accountable for it. So what happened was a warm, harmonious relationship became strained and cold and with tension in everything that we did. A few months later, we returned, my wife and I, to the States for furlough to raise our budget to return to that country for service. In the course of that furlough, our visa expired and we needed to reapply. I sent the application to the national leader of that country, for it required his signature in order for it to be renegotiated. Well, long story short, he would not sign that application. He sent it back to us unsigned. And what he was really saying was, you're not needed or wanted back in our country. Well, that was a hard blow, and it knocked me down. For a couple of months, my wife and I were frustrated. We were confused, we were hurt, and we weren't sure what the Lord had in the future for us. Then, all of a sudden, we received this call from the president of one of our Bible schools here in the United States. He invited us to come and interview to be the chairman of their missions program. We arrived in the city and at the school. I taught a class, met with several of the faculty members, and then a final meeting with the president and the academic dean. And as we talked mission philosophy and how it applied to education at the undergraduate level, we could tell we were both on the same page. It was like a hand-in-glove philosophical match. So we accepted that invitation, and for a number of years, we had a wonderful, productive, fruitful service there at that school. And as we reflect on it, it is perhaps one of the most productive times in our entire missionary career. So what did I learn from that? I learned that God uses rejection to prepare us for a great opportunity. For us, I was so committed to missions, I had committed for a lifetime of service. I had no idea of ever coming back to the States to serve. But in that time of rejection, my heart was open and I was able to accept a stateside appointment as chairman of the missions major in an American Bible school. It is good to know that when rejections come, sometimes they're big and very painful, but God uses them to fulfill His plan. As the years go by, I discovered that rejection comes from time to time. And each time rejection comes, I remind myself of this truth. Rejection is God's preparation for a new adventure. It is all part of His sovereign plan.